Bonjour, bienvenue. Welcome. Yes, Clive here with another meal replacement review. But today we have something very different and something I've not tried before. And as far as I know, is new to the meal replacement market. So the reason I introduced this little video in French, or bad French, schoolboy French, was because today we're looking at Feed. Now, I've done a review of Feed. You checked my videos before. Feed do some beautiful, really tasty meal replacement sort of powder. Comes in a bottle form. A bit like this, very handy. Powder's in there. You just fill up the water, give it a shake. Bob's your uncle. And they do kind of a lot of savoury flavours, which sounds that you might not kind of like them, but actually are really, really nice. And I've got some new flavours I've not tried. So they've done sort of porcini mushroom, a nice sort of tomatoey flavour. And at first you think I'm not going to like those, but actually they're really, really tasty. And I've got some new ones today, but we're not doing that today because Feed have just launched a brand new product, and it is a spread. So yes, it is basically like, if you know the brand Nutella or sort of a hazelnut spread, then basically this is it. This is their version of a meal replacement meal, and the idea is that it, like all the powders, like all the shakes, it has, in this case, they've sort of factored in the bread element, but basically a meal with this spread on it in the right proportions represents 25% of all your daily needs. So it's basically a complete meal, which is based on basically 33 grams of spread and 8 grams of bread. So it's going to vary slightly depending on the sort of bread you use, but they factor in the nutrients and sort of fat and calories in the bread, combined with the 33 grams of spread of this, and basically it's represents about 20%, I think 20% of your daily vitamin, mineral, and all your kind of dietary needs within a day. So I just thought, those that get a bit fed up grabbing a shake or drinking down the old meal replacement liquid or drinks, whatever. I like toast in the morning, so being able to combine the two sounded like an amazing idea. Before we try it, let's just sort of break down the details on it. It's basically, let's look at the ingredients. It's hazelnut paste, fructose, rapeseed oil, fat-free powdered cacao, sunflower oil, soy protein, pea protein, and then basically the rest consists of all the minerals and then all the vitamins you need, obviously with a bit of flavouring in there as well. And then the idea is, from a nutritional point of view, that you have it with 80 grams of bread. So they're assuming a certain level of calories contained in the bread. They say a third of a loaf. I don't know, maybe the French have small loaves, but to me that's slightly less than 2 slices of bread. I have this nice brown sort of seeded bread. It's sort of a healthy bread. And so with the spread, 33 grams of this on 80 grams of bread basically is 405 calories, 15 grams of fat, 3.5 grams of which are saturates, 50 grams carbohydrate, 11 grams of which are sugar, 7 grams of fibre, 13 grams of protein, 1.4 grams of salt. So that's the combined amount. On its own, 33 grams is 181 calories, 13 grams of fat, 1.4 grams of which are saturates, 9.9 grams carbohydrates, 7.9 which are sugars, 2.6 grams of fibre, and 5.4 grams of protein. So I've done a quick comparison, and in some regards, this bread reduces some of the fat element and is better in other regards. So each slice of bread, I guess, is going to affect the overall sort of nutritional element of the meal. But generally, the idea is it's a way of getting all your vitamins and minerals that you need, or at least a meal's worth of vitamins and minerals in a handy, easy spread that you can put on your toast. So without further ado, let's give this a go. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, I'm back and I made my toast. Now I filmed this bit slightly already and I forgot to press record. So as you'll see, I've taken a chunk out already. But anyway, so we're just re-recording this bit because I'm a numpty. You require 33 grams. They recommend 33 grams of the spread. It looks like, yeah, it smells like Nutella. It's slightly more runny, I'd say. The viscosity is slightly smoother on this than the Nutella. The very sort of, like, it might be the oily element to it. But it smells like Nutella. It's got that cocoa sort of hazelnut smell to it. I think 33 grams is about a tablespoon. I use one of those sort of professional tablespoon measures, and it's about 33 grams. And I think initially you've got to work out what that represents in terms of spread, as it were. And a good healthy spread on these two slices of bread, I think works out about right. This bread combined, the two slices weighed about 100 grams. They're basing their nutritional values on you having about 80 grams of bread. Now, obviously, each type of bread, this is a seeded bread, sort of brown, healthy bread. Different bread's going to vary slightly. So those nutritional values will vary slightly, but generally go for about that 80, sort of two slices of normal bread is probably about right. And a good coating on each one is probably about 33 grams. That's how I've worked it out. And once you've sort of worked it out initially, then you'll be able to gauge each time you do it. Taste-wise, as I say, I've already had a bite, but never mind. Well, just for the benefit, you can watch me eat toast. So, excuse me. I say it tastes like Nutella. There are other hazelnut and chocolatey type spreads available, but you know, if you understand what Nutella is, it tastes a bit like that. It's not quite as sweet as Nutella. It's still sweet, but not quite as sweet. But generally, it makes a great alternative to just having a meal replacement drink or making up the powders, shake a meal replacement shake. And if you like to have toast in the morning, and I think it's runny enough as well, the viscosity of it is enough that it's quite easy to spread. I would say easier to spread than Nutella, for example, on just plain bread or other similar, I don't know, meal vehicle sort of device, if you want to call it, that you might, or Ivita or whatever you want to call. But just bear in mind that whatever you spread it on, you have to factor in the nutritional value of the thing that you're spreading it on. But generally, as I say, if you're just putting it on bread, around about 80 grams of bread, you'll be meeting all your nutritional requirements for a single meal, or 25% of your total requirements for the day, give or take a little bit here and there, depending on the bread type product that you're using. But as I say, it tastes fine. If you like Nutella, you'll like this. My daughter loves Nutella, but she's not a great fan of all my meal replacement products that I'd sort of get her to try. But she said, when I said to her they'd do a Nutella type spread, she was like, oh, I'll give that a go. So it'll be interesting to see what she thinks as a 13-year-old teenager. And it may be a way of making sure she's getting the right nutritional intake for her breakfast before she goes to school and everything. But generally, I just love the concept. What a great idea. Price wise though, again, it's not, you know, it's not a normal spread, and it shouldn't be seen like that. So you can't really compare it to sort of, you know, buying a jar of Nutella or whatever. It's $9.90 for this. And in here is approximately 6 meals. So it works out about 165 euros. I'm talking in euros. 165 euros a meal. So that compares well with the shakes and the powders that we've done. It's well within the sort of lower to mid-range price for the shakes, and certainly cheaper than the bars, and certainly cheaper than the ready-made meals. So as a meal replacement product, the price is pretty good. And as I say, it makes a change from just having the drinks and the shakes all the time, or the bar now and then. It's vegan, I should add here. And as with all feed products, they say, complete meal, 33 grams of spread plus 80 grams of bread, was developed in collaboration with chefs, dietitians and nutritionists in order to provide you with a perfect balance of nutrients, as per all the meal replacement products that I review. But as I say, there you go, feed, a little bit different. Give it a go. I'll leave a link down below for you. And I'll be doing a review of the new, the other feed products that I've got, because they're brand new flavours I've not tried before, in a separate video. But I just thought you'd like to see what I think of this brand new product, which I, you know, going to be certainly adding into my options for breakfast. Cheers. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment if you've got any comments below. I always try to respond to them. And so until next time, goodbye.